Ideally, I mean, if you're dating, you want to like the person that you're going to go out with, and certainly if you're going to end up in a long-term relationship, it'd be really preferable to be liking that person and for them to like you too.
Be manly and the legends of humanity. Welcome to the fellowship of honourable men and women role models for boys and men, because you have the power to be a man in all its glory.
Hello, it's DamianAndrews here from Be Manly and the Legends of Humanity. And a number of people throughout my life have always asked me, how is it, how do you talk to girls? How do you do that? And I've always been kind of confused by that question. It's like, how do you have a conversation? And to me, it's always been baffling because, I mean, having a conversation with someone, whether you're dating or wanting to meet someone, is the same as having a conversation with anybody. You're wanting to find out, is this someone I relate to, I connect to? Is it someone I have a common interest with? Ideally, I mean, if you're dating, you want to like the person that you're going to go out with, and certainly if you're going to end up in a long-term relationship, it'd be really preferable to be liking that person and for them to like you too, because if you don't like each other, or you have things that aren't in common, eventually that's going to fall apart, and that gets pretty messy when things fall apart. So, how do people get worried about that? They go, how do you make someone like you? Well, firstly, you don't make someone like you. You, be your own person, and then from that, if that person is got similar connections to you, well, they'll like you. And if they don't, then you don't want to be them anyway. There's this mystique out there, probably comes from the James Bond persona, that you have this magical quality where you can attract anybody. But it doesn't work that way. That's not real life. I had a friend, and for those who long-time listeners will have heard this story before, but he used to date lots and lots of really amazing women. They were very beautiful, very intelligent, very kind, very giving. He was a nice guy. He was a good-looking guy. He wasn't that smart, but he'd always date these women. And when I was young, I was like going, how is he doing that? And as it turned out, when I asked him, he said to me, Damien, what you don't see is I ask a lot. Most say no. You only see the ones that say yes. And if you're out there looking and going, well, how do I convince people to like me? Well, firstly, you want to be a likable person to start with. I mean, if you're a likable person, people will like being around you and they'll want to be around you. And how do you be likable? How do you be interesting? Well, to be interesting, just be interested in other people. And how do you be interesting? Well, just ask questions. Listen. They're two key factors, and certainly from a guy perspective, if you're listening to a lady, a woman, she'll appreciate that. Well, most will. And if they don't appreciate that, then find somebody else. Don't hang around with someone that doesn't appreciate you. But if you're listening, if you're interested, ask questions. You're going to find someone that, firstly you're going to find out about them. Is that someone you want to be with? That's what you should be asking. That's your step forward, is to go, there's a person there. I might go and talk to them and find a little bit about them. That's how you approach people. Ask about them. If they don't want to talk to you, fair enough, walk away. If they do want to talk to you, ask questions. Learn about them, because if you're looking for a partner, someone that you want to spend the rest of your life with, it needs to be someone that you're going to like, and ideally who's going to like you too. So your first step is you're on a mission. You're on like a secret agent. So you are like James Bond, and you want to find out, is this person, is this my secret agent spy friend that I can spend the rest of my life with? And you do that by asking questions and listening. So practice that when you're out meeting with people, wondering, how do I meet people? Well, you walk up to them and say, hello, I'm Damien. It's pleased to meet you. And are you from this area? What do you do for work? Those kind of questions. It's not too difficult. So, and don't be afraid if someone says no. Like my friend that I had many, many years ago. As he said, most people said no. We only saw the ones that say yes. So put yourself out there. Don't be afraid. Just be you. And that's the ideal. If you can be you, If you can know who you are, be confident in who you are, and that's just simply choose to be confident. But if you're unsure about that, I've got a whole program on how to be fearless and how to be confident, which involves is 3 different things. We confuse experience with confidence, with a self-esteem. There are 3 things you need to pay attention to, and most people confuse experience with confidence. They're 2 very different things. Put yourself out there, ask questions, listen. You won't have any problem meeting people, and if they're not interested, that's a good sign. You don't want to be with those people. All right, this is me, Damian Andrews, for Be Manly and the Legends of Humanity, sitting here in front of the lawn fish and chip shop as I wait for my fish and chips. Have a great day.
Before you go, you're invited to continue the Be Manly and the Legends of Humanity journey. Subscribe to our YouTube and become a patron, where you can become a courageous crusader, a wise warrior, a daring dynamo, and even an ascending avenger. Here you'll find all the tools to become a man in all its glory. We're honoured to walk side by side with you on this extraordinary adventure. Together, we're unleashing the full power of manhood, creating a better world for everyone.